Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into the turmoil that's tearing apart the bold and the beautiful. From deepfake scandals and shocking firings to power grabs at Forrester creations and heated confrontations, this episode promises twists that will leave fans reeling. Will the Forresters reclaim their family empire, or are they witnessing the beginning of its collapse? Let's unpack every explosive moment coming your way. Electra Forrester's firing, a target of scandal and deceit. Electra Forrester's world is spinning after being blindsided by the news of her firing from Forrester Creations. Once a rising star in the jewelry design department, she now finds herself at the center of a scandal she had no part in creating. Desperate for answers, Electra storms into the office to confront Brooke Logan and Katie Logan, demanding to know why she's being let go. "You can't do this to me. I didn't do anything wrong." Electra insists, her voice shaking with a mix of anger and desperation. Katie, struggling to balance compassion with damage control, hesitantly reveals the reason behind the decision. Scandalous photos of Electra have surfaced in her inbox. The photos, however, are not what they seem. Behind the scenes, the manipulative and unstable Remy Price has orchestrated a malicious scheme using deepfake technology. His goal? To ruin Electra's career and credibility. "You've been targeted," Katie eventually admits, though her tone suggests there's little that can be done to reverse the decision. Forrester Creations, already reeling from corporate turmoil, can't afford another scandal. Electra's devastation is palpable. Her dreams of making a name for herself in the fashion world are slipping away, and no one seems willing to believe her side of the story. This storyline not only sheds light on the dangers of digital manipulation, but also highlights the cutthroat nature of high-stakes industries, where reputation is everything. Will Spencer confronts Remy Price, a warning with consequences. Meanwhile, Will Spencer has had enough of Remy Price's antics and decides to confront him head-on. The meeting takes place at Il Giardino, the upscale Italian restaurant that has become a hub for intense confrontations on the bold and the beautiful. Will, typically level-headed, wastes no time in getting to the point. "If you do anything to hurt Electra, you're going to regret it," Will warns, his voice calm but threatening. Remy, however, remains unmoved, his demeanor as unhinged as ever. He smirks, almost relishing the tension. "You don't scare me, Will. You have no idea what I'm capable of." While Will's intentions are noble, he cares deeply for Electra and wants to protect her. The confrontation feels like throwing gasoline on a fire. Remy's unpredictability makes him dangerous, and Will's warning may have unintended consequences. Will Remy escalate his vendetta? Could Will's involvement make Electra even more vulnerable? This subplot raises the stakes for all the characters involved. Will's loyalty to Electra adds a layer of emotional depth, but it also places him in harm's way. Fans will be left wondering whether Will's fierce defense of Electra will backfire, or if he'll be the one to expose Remy's malicious scheme. Brooke Logan's CEO move, a bold pitch and public fallout. Back at Forrester Creations, Brooke Logan is about to make a career move that sends shockwaves through the company. After orchestrating a coup with Hope Logan, Carter Walton approaches Brooke with an unexpected pitch. He wants her to reclaim the CEO role. The offer stuns Brooke. For years, she has been at the heart of Forrester Creations' success, but stepping back into a leadership position now would place her at odds with Ridge Forrester and Steffi Forrester. "I need time to think about this," Brooke tells Carter, though it's clear the wheels are already turning in her mind. Ultimately, Brooke agrees to Carter's proposition, but with a plan of her own in mind. Brooke is no stranger to navigating tricky situations, and this time, she may be playing both sides. Is she reclaiming power to save the company, or does she have a long-term strategy to repair her fractured relationship with the Forresters? Later in the week, Brooke makes her big move public with a video announcement. Her confident words and polished presentation leave no room for doubt. Brooke Logan is back, and she's not afraid to take charge. However, Ridge's reaction is swift and furious. "What are you doing, Brooke? You're tearing this family apart," he shouts, his anger barely contained. This storyline sets up a clash of titans, with Brooke's actions placing her squarely in opposition to Ridge and Steffi. The fallout promises drama, betrayals, and a leadership battle that will shake Forrester Creations to its core. Eric Forrester struggles, the heart of Forrester Creations at risk. Amid the chaos, Eric Forrester finds himself at a breaking point. For decades, Eric poured his heart and soul into building Forrester Creations, transforming it into a fashion empire respected worldwide. But now, he feels as though everything he worked for is crumbling before his eyes. This crisis takes a visible toll on Eric. The stress of watching Carter Walton and Hope Logan seize control of the company has reignited concerns about his health. Steffi Forrester and Ridge Forrester, both deeply worried for Eric's well-being, step in to offer support. "We can't let this destroy you, Dad," Ridge says, placing a hand on Eric's shoulder. Steffi echoes the sentiment, her voice filled with emotion. "We'll fight for this company. For you. For all of us." Eric's struggles serve as the emotional anchor for this storyline. His vulnerability contrasts sharply with the ruthless corporate moves playing out around him, reminding viewers of what's truly at stake. The heart and legacy of Forrester Creations. The bigger picture, a battle for power, legacy, and loyalty. The week's events paint a larger picture of a family and a company in turmoil. At the center of it all are power struggles, betrayals, and battles for legacy that have defined the bold and the beautiful for years. On one side, you have Carter Walton and Hope Logan, whose bold vision for the future is clashing with tradition. Their alliance is shaking the foundations of Forrester Creations and pushing characters like Ridge, Steffi, and Eric to their limits. On the other side, you have Brooke Logan's unexpected return to power, an act that may unite or further divide the Forrester family. Meanwhile, Electra Forrester's firing and Remy Price's manipulative scheme add a layer of tension and intrigue that's impossible to ignore. As Will Spencer steps in to defend Electra, the question becomes, who will emerge victorious in this high-stakes game, and who will pay the ultimate price? Next, we're diving into the high-stakes drama surrounding the bold and the beautiful, where loyalty, betrayal, and corporate chaos are driving the latest storyline at Forrester Creations. Zend Forrester Dominguez has found himself at the center of a power struggle that could change the company forever. As the Forresters fight to regain control, Zend's allegiance and talents may be the key to turning the tides. Will he take the ultimate risk to save his family's legacy? Let's break it all down. The Forresters' bold plan, a strategic plant in the enemy's camp at Steffi Forrester's sprawling Malibu home. Ridge, Eric, and Steffi convened for a family summit, desperate to find a way to wrest control of Forrester Creations back from Carter Walton and Hope Logan. The atmosphere was tense. This wasn't just business, it was personal. For the Forresters, Forrester Creations isn't just a company, it's their family's heart and soul, a legacy built with decades of hard work and sacrifice. Zend Forrester Dominguez, who had just stormed out of Forrester Creations, arrived with news that left his family both relieved and inspired. "I couldn't betray you," Zend declared, his voice firm. "This company may be in shambles, but it's still our name on that building. And I won't stand by while Carter tears it down." Steffi, always the strategist, proposed a risky plan. What if Zend remained at Forrester Creations, not as a defector, but as a spy? "We need someone on the inside," she explained. "Someone we can trust to keep an eye on Carter and Hope." "You could be that person, Zend." The plan was simple. Zend would position himself as the lead designer, a critical role Carter desperately needed filled, while secretly feeding information back to the Forresters. The suggestion was met with mixed feelings. Ridge, still fuming over Carter's betrayal, was hesitant. "It's dangerous," he warned. "You'll be walking a fine line." Eric, however, saw potential. "If anyone can do this, it's Zend," he said, his pride in his grandson evident. The idea of Zend acting as a Forrester plant adds a thrilling new layer to the power struggle. This isn't just about reclaiming the company, it's about outsmarting Carter and exposing his weaknesses. But will Zend accept the challenge, knowing the risks involved? A new opportunity for Zend, the lead designer role during the tense family meeting. Ridge and Steffi reminded Zend of what he brings to the table, his raw talent and innovative vision. With Ridge stepping away, Forrester Creations is left without a key designer, and Carter, despite his leadership position, lacks the creative expertise to steer the company in the right direction. "Zend, this is your chance," Steffi encouraged. "Forrester Creations needs you now more than ever. Carter doesn't have what it takes to make this work. You do." This moment marked a turning point for Zend, who has often felt overshadowed or sidelined by the larger personalities in the Forrester family. The opportunity to take the lead as a designer isn't just about helping his family, it's about proving himself as a creative force to be reckoned with. For Zend, this isn't just a job, it's a chance to step into the spotlight and secure his place within the Forrester legacy. The question remains, can Zend use this position to the Forresters' advantage while keeping his true allegiance a secret? Steffi's plan is risky, but it could be the only way to bring down Carter's reign. Before presenting their plan, Ridge and Steffi listened as Zend shared his frustrations with the current state of Forrester Creations. "I've always felt like an outsider," Zend admitted, his voice tinged with vulnerability. "But at the end of the day, this is my family. I won't turn my back on you." Zend's decision to stand by the Forresters is a testament to his loyalty. It's clear that his heart remains with his family, even as the company's foundations shake under Carter's leadership. His frustration with the Logan takeover was evident as he criticized how quickly the company's identity had shifted. "This isn't Forrester Creations anymore. It's Logan Creations," he said bitterly. For fans, this moment is significant. Zend, who has often been relegated to the background, is stepping up in a way we haven't seen before. His loyalty is no longer in question, and his willingness to take a stand sets him apart as a character with depth and determination. As Zend and his family debated their next move, the larger picture loomed over them. Forrester Creations is a company on the brink of collapse. Carter Walton's coup, with Hope Logan by his side, has thrown the entire organization into chaos. Katie Logan, who's already dealing with PR nightmares, now faces an even bigger problem, the threat of another scandal. "This company can't take another hit," she reportedly said to a colleague. With tensions at an all-time high, every misstep feels catastrophic. This sets the stage for Zend's potential role as both a savior and a saboteur. If he chooses to infiltrate Carter's camp, he could feed valuable intel back to the Forresters, giving them the edge they need to regain control. But the risks are monumental. One wrong move, and Zend could lose everything, including his career. Zend's final decision, will he rise to the challenge? As the meeting at Steffi's Malibu home drew to a close, all eyes were on Zend. Ridge, Steffi, and Eric had made their case, but the decision ultimately rested on him. Could he balance his role as a designer while secretly working to undermine Carter's leadership? The weight of the moment was palpable. Zend, for all his confidence and ambition, knows the risks involved. Betraying Carter's trust would mean walking a razor-thin line, one that could easily cut him if he falters. But the opportunity to save Forrester Creations, and cement his place in the family legacy, may be too tempting to pass up. "Count me in," Zend finally said, his voice steady. The Forresters exchanged glances, relief mingled with apprehension. They know this is just the beginning of a dangerous game, one that could reshape Forrester Creations forever. At a time when Forrester Creations should be focusing on innovation and growth, the company instead finds itself in a crisis. A relaunch of the Hope for the Future line is in the works, but there's one glaring problem: Forrester Creations no longer has a lead designer. Rich Forrester walked out amid the chaos, leaving a massive void in creative leadership that no one has been able to fill. This raises critical questions for the company. How can they move forward without a head designer? Who would even want to join a company embroiled in controversy and instability? Forrester Creations has always been synonymous with luxury and elegance, but the recent shakeups have cast a shadow over its future. Potential candidates may see the company as a sinking ship rather than a coveted opportunity. Katie Logan, who is scrambling to hold the company together, knows that relaunching Hope for the Future without addressing these issues will be nearly impossible. The absence of leadership on the design front is more than just a temporary inconvenience, it threatens the very identity of the Forrester brand. Electra jewelry, deepfakes and scandals create new problems. As if the situation weren't complicated enough, Forrester Creations' latest partnership is now shrouded in scandal. FC recently collaborated with Electra Jewelry, a high-profile luxury brand set to captivate the market. However, the woman behind the brand, Electra Forrester, is at the center of a shocking controversy. Katie Logan's phone recently buzzed with photos that she couldn't believe. Deepfake images of Electra, highly convincing but completely fabricated, have surfaced on the internet, tarnishing Electra's reputation and placing Forrester Creations in a precarious position. The mastermind behind the AI-generated photos is none other than Remy, who targeted Electra out of revenge. This scandal couldn't come at a worse time for Forrester Creations. Katie now faces a moral and professional dilemma. Does the company continue to back Electra Jewelry and risk even more fallout, or does FC cut ties to protect its own name? The decision is critical, as any misstep could drive away buyers and investors. Katie knows that public perception is everything. "We can't afford another scandal," she reportedly tells Brooke during a tense conversation. But walking away from the partnership might not be so simple. Electra Jewelry is a potential goldmine for Forrester Creations, and abandoning it could mean losing millions. This storyline sheds light on the brutal reality of high-stakes business. Sometimes, one person's reputation can drag an entire empire down. Katie Logan's PR nightmare, a balancing act in the spotlight. Katie Logan, the unsung hero of Forrester Creations, is facing one of the toughest professional challenges of her career. The fallout from recent events has turned her role as PR agent into a full-on crisis management job. With the company in turmoil, all eyes are on Katie to fix the unfixable. Her first order of business? Explaining the coup attempt to buyers and investors. Carter Walton's unexpected rise to Chief Operating Officer and Brooke Logan's acceptance of the CEO position have sent shockwaves through the fashion industry. Forrester Creations, a brand synonymous with the Forrester name, no longer has the family backing that buyers trust. The company's very identity is being called into question. Katie knows the stakes couldn't be higher. Investors are demanding answers, buyers are hesitant to commit, and the company's competitors are circling like sharks. How did this happen, is the question on everyone's lips, and it's up to Katie to spin the situation into something palatable. One wrong move, one slip of the tongue, and Forrester Creations could lose its reputation and its bottom line. Katie is under immense pressure, and the weeks ahead will test her abilities like never before. If she fails to manage the situation, Forrester Creations could collapse under the weight of its own controversies. Brooke Logan accepts the CEO role, a game-changer for FC. Amid the chaos, Carter Walton delivers a curveball that leaves everyone stunned. He pitches Brooke Logan for the CEO role. Brooke, though hesitant at first, ultimately accepts the offer, marking a major turning point for Forrester Creations. Brooke's rise to power is significant for several reasons. First, it represents a direct challenge to the Forrester family's traditional leadership. Forrester Creations has always been a family-run business, and Brooke's new position sends a clear message: the old guard is out, and change is coming. Second, Brooke's leadership could bring both stability and division. While she is undeniably capable, her history with Ridge and the Forresters makes her a polarizing figure. Will she be able to unite the company, or will her presence exacerbate the already mounting tensions? Carter's decision to back Brooke is a calculated move. He knows that aligning himself with Brooke gives him credibility and keeps the company running while he solidifies his own power. However, the fashion industry is watching closely. Can Brooke Logan and Carter Walton steer Forrester Creations through the storm, or are they setting the company up for an even bigger fall? The coup fallout: Zend, Ridge, and Steffi on the sidelines. While Carter and Brooke are moving forward, Ridge Forrester, Steffi Forrester, and Zend Forrester Dominguez find themselves watching their family legacy slip further from their grasp. The coup attempt has left them sidelined, but their resolve remains unshaken. Zend, who has always struggled to feel like a central player in the Forrester family, is particularly conflicted. While he despises what Carter has done, he also knows that walking away won't save the company. "We have to find a way to take back what's ours," Zend insists during a private family meeting at Steffi's home. Steffi, ever the fighter, is determined to reclaim control, while Ridge wrestles with his emotions. Watching the company he built now operating without him is almost too much to bear. The Forresters' next move remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: they won't stand idly by while their name is stripped from the company's legacy. What's next for Forrester Creations? The battle is far from over. Forrester Creations is on shaky ground, and the weeks ahead will be critical. Katie Logan is juggling multiple crises. From the deepfake scandal with Electra jewelry to the fallout from the coup attempt, while Brooke Logan and Carter Walton attempt to steady the ship. Meanwhile, Ridge, Steffi, and Zend are plotting their next move, determined to restore the Forrester name to its rightful place.